you know, how you answer the phone from
the consistent income. Because remember, I told you when you are getting funding, there's a base income that they look at to see what is your what is your baseline basically. And a baseline is basically the base of your business to make sure that it's operable. And all our baselines would be, I'm gonna tell you how to do anybody know how to find their baseline for their business? Or you like teach me, Chris? Do anybody know how to find
Teach us,
the
Chris.
baseline for their business?
Teach us, Chris.
I've been
Teach
in the
us.
same boat. Uh, teach me, Chris. All right. So let me teach y'all how to do that. So your baseline, like for example, I'll just use my own business, right? For me, I have to have a minimum of $2,500 to cover payroll, marketing software, the softwares, and all this stuff like that. On a minimum, I have to have a baseline of $2,500. Anything beyond the $2,500 is going to be profit. But I have to have a baseline of $2,500 coming in order to keep my business sustainable. If I'm not making that $2,500 a month just on baseline to support payroll, to support all the softwares and stuff that it takes to run the business and all of that, then guess what? I need to go back and refine my business because I have to meet that baseline. Okay. Mm-hmm. Everything else is profit. But the baseline, that's all your subscriptions, all your this, all your that. That's what you have to make in order to have a baseline. And if the banks grants, well, really banks, that it's important for banks. If they see that at least that minimum baselines, then they'll be like, okay, well, she got something. At least she can cover the cost of the running of the business. That's what they're looking for. And if every month you cannot cover the cost of your business, then we need to go back and then you need to go back, look at the business. What do I need to tweak to maintain a baseline for 12 months? Or at least some people they look for 3 years, 36 months. Can I maintain a minimum of $2,500 a month coming in to sustain my business for the last 3 years? Can I do that for a year, new business? Have I done that at least for the last 24 months? And if you have not done that at least for the last year, when we need to go and tweak some things, or even look at the last 6 months, can I have at least $2,500? I'm just using myself an example. Everybody's number is going to be different. Some of your numbers are higher, some of your numbers are lower. I'm just giving you my number. I have to have a minimum, and this don't include my income from the school or nothing like that. Just income from work, a baseline of $2,500 that is coming in is what I need to have to make sure I have a sustainable business. And then the bank will be like, oh, here go 5,000, here go 10,000, some 20,000, whatever you're going for. Whether you're working with the people at the SBA, and the SBA, okay, there we go. And the SBA people, they're gonna be like, okay, that's the Small Business Administration. If y'all wanna know who the SBA people are, because sometimes the SBA, not only do they give like regular business loans, they also give grants. And I'm gonna let Sherrod come in because she specializes in that as well, and she's gonna come through and tell us a little bit more about the grant piece, kind of what they're looking for, and where can we go to apply for these grants. And if anybody else know a little bit about grants or anything, get on the couch, let us know. It's on you.
The grants are very similar to in the sense where financing, in the sense where you do have to know what you were saying, your baseline, right? How much does it cost for every product? How much does it cost for every product? How much does it take to run your business flat out? Because then you can know, and you then can better exactly what your revenue is, and you then can better fill out a grant form or a grant application. Grants often, right? I love free money, none better than free money, right? But they come with stipulations 99% of the time. So yes, you can spend this money for your program. However, you're going to know what's the unit cost per each service you provide, right? So sometimes you have to take a service and then break it down all the way to every time I provide an hour of this service, it costs me this much. You need to be that granular with understanding what you're doing, where you want that money to go, how you plan to use it, to even get through the application, right? And if you can have as much of that done on the front end, then you can fill out more applications on the back end, right? Because sometimes you only get 2 or 3 weeks to finish a grant application, and it might require dozens of pages of different types of documentation, right? From payroll to, if it's a new program, exactly where the resources cost with software, like every cost that's going to be related to that particular thing that you want to spend that grant money on, you need to be able to be accounted for. Also understanding though, when you're looking for grant money, be prepared to partner with other businesses that might do a portion of that grant and work with them. Because there are times where businesses will kick themselves out of a particular grant because they'll get to reading it and they're like, well, I only do, let's say 25% of what this grant is asking for, or I do 75% of it, but I don't do this other part, so I can't qualify. Absolutely not true. I would always, I mean, depending on other factors, because I also say thoroughly read the grant applications. What are they asking you to do? And can you execute that? Because they're going to expect you to do that thing for the free money. I mean, it's free, but documentation and all types of other things. But you always don't have to do all of those services yourself. You can, they're called subcontract with other businesses. You can partner with other nonprofits and or businesses. You don't have to be able to get grant money. Also, you don't have to be a nonprofit. It's helpful. There are more buckets of money for nonprofits, but you don't have to be. Some of, especially business grants, they want you to be for profit to get to get their money. But just understanding your business numbers as best as you physically can, right? Like, for instance, one of my businesses, I'm a serialpreneur myself, but one of my businesses is rental property, right? I'm almost down to where I know how much toilet paper per year we spend on average, right? Right. Because you pull your Sam's Club receipt, you put it in this spreadsheet. How many times do I go buy Sam's Club toilet paper for this space? Right. I know how many I give each guest per their time frame there. They all get the same a lot. And then I can break that down to understanding exactly what my resources is. I'm not down to the cleaning supplies yet. That's a little harder. But I mean, getting down to, I spend, let's just throw out a number because I honestly don't know on top of my head. I spend $125 on toilet paper alone for that rental space, right? And so then when you're going to ask for money, you truly know, or you can then budget your thing out, because another thing I've seen businesses accidentally do is under ask, right? Because outside of grants, there's also corporate contracts, which is another conversation, but they kind of ask for similar types of deals. You really got to know what your numbers are, what a project will cost you.
This is good.
I think I lost my train of thought. But you just really want to know. Underbidding. That's what I said. Because then when you go and you say, I can do this, but then you underbid yourself because you forgot a bucket of things, and now you're coming out of pocket where you shouldn't have, right? It's just, I come from data. I love data. Like, I do taxes and other stuff, but I'm really about the data. If you know your numbers from your customers and how often you hear from a particular customer, what kind, Crystal's helping me then put that into a system that I don't need 3 employees to help me do it, because that's where it's like information overload. But I love to dig in some data, and you can do so much when you really know your numbers.
Absolutely. So I want y'all to type that in the chat. Know your numbers. That is so important, to know your numbers. Okay. So with knowing your numbers, she's saying this word, data sheets. And I know some of you, when you're hearing this data, you like, how do I keep up with this stuff every month? Okay. If you are not detailed enough to do it every month, I'm going to tell you what to do, sis. You're going to hire somebody. Okay. That's what we're going to do. I am an adult. I have ADHD. I found out I had ADHD when I was 38 years old. I come from that generation of I was born in the 80s, and guess what? We were in the 90s, that's when we went to school. My mama in here herself. I was in the gifted and talented program and all types of stuff, honor kid, overperforming, and so ADHD was not recognizing me. But there was still time I would get off. Like I would get off task, and most people would say, "Oh, girl, that's just you being a nerd. That's just you being smart. That's just you being this. That's you being that." I'm like, honey, my brain wasn't processing. But at that time, guess what? Doctors they wasn't looking. They wasn't looking at girl, but they would mostly diagnose boys, right? And we seen that epidemic where they would diagnose the boys with the ADHD, and then all the boys would be on Ritalin, and they'll be at the school just looking like zombies. It really wasn't until the 2000 when they start saying, "Oh, snaps, these girls are actually showing up this." So all these years, 38 years of like, why can't I keep up with stuff? Why do I have stuff all over the place and stuff like that? Because had I known then why my brain would do this, like I know where stuff was, but when it was time to, oh, you got to bring this stuff to the tax office, you got to do this stuff like that, I'm like, oh Lord, I'm up here plugging this at a different time. But let me tell you something, God is good because he's made that easier for us. And you have people like Miss Karen, she has a bookkeeping service. You got people like Sherrod, she has. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to go live suited. Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Lady Hell, and I hope that you truly, oh my goodness, let me make sure I'm live. There we go. I am live. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to the live lab today, where we're going to be using some amazing AI no code tools to teach you how to do some basic automations. And today, for some of you, those of you who signed up for the $27 plans, please check your email because you did get an email there that gave you access to the N8N Lab. But if you don't have the N8N Lab, no worries. They let you use it for 14 days for absolutely free. You can go directly to their website and sign up directly under there and be able to follow some of the same things that we are going to do here. So in the next hour, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna share my screen here, and what you're going to learn is I'm gonna show you real quick without any type of CRM or anything like that. And then for those of you who do got the CRM, I'll show you how you integrate that inside of your high level system. Okay. So we're going to do it two ways. The first way is going to be for those who do not have any type of way to build their email list, or maybe an email list is what you're trying to build. A lot of people will tell you, oh, just get phone numbers. But no, at the Creative Space Academy over here, what we tell you is to get name, phone number, and email. And in this lab, we are going to walk you through step by we're going to walk you through that thing step by step. Okay. So the way any type of website, how it works, you have a back end and you have a front end. Okay. On the back end is how the information works. On the front end is how it looks to the end user. So I'm going to show you front end, and then I'm going to show you the back end. If you would like to get a hands-on experience in the lab, you can visit my website at the Lady Hell THEE. Let me put it on the put it on the screen there. You're gonna visit the Lady Hell dot let me go to it. I thought I had it on it. There you go. The Lady Hell link in bio. You're going to go in there to get access. Okay. So the first part, this is the part we're going to go live. And then when I get off live, I'm going to be answering questions, etc. It only costs $3 to get in the Zoom. So you can just go ahead, go on there, pay, get in the Zoom, come on in the room, and let's start building your email list. Let's start building your email list today. Okay. For all my VIP, you have got the instructions. And when I sent you well, first let's go to N8N. Okay. And let me give you a little bit about N8N. Okay. N8N is N8N. Let me just go to N8N.io. Okay. All right. So N8N, they have two choices. They have one where you can self-host, and they also have it as well where you can use their platform and they host it for you. Okay. We have the self-hosted option here at the Creative Space Academy, and that's what allows you guys to get some really that is what allows you guys to get some amazing access. Okay. For those who pay the $27 to have to have access on our end, of course, guess what, not only the $27 give you access to all this good wholesome N8N stuff, but it also give you access as well to the free our content generator as well, and as well as some other stuff. And then I'm always updating the lab with different things. Okay. Those who have this, the only thing you're gonna have to do tonight is, if you have the $27 upgrade, the only thing you guys are gonna have to do tonight is just plug in your information. When I literally say plug in your information, I literally mean plug in your information. Let me share my screen because y'all weren't able to see what I see. All right. Put a one in the chat for me if you're able to see my screen. If you're able to see my screen there, I want you to go ahead and just put a one in the chat so I know that you can see my screen. Okay, awesome, awesome. Everyone on the Zoom is letting me know that they can see so they can see that y'all can see my screen. Okay, so basically, monthly N8N will cost you by yourself will cost you $24. You said, "Lady, hell, you charging me $27." But I'm also giving you access to my content generator. I'm also giving you access to the social media thing on inside of the CRM, and we'll go into all that as well. I'm giving you a lot of perks. Okay, so that's why it's kind of cool. Come over here with us. Come hang with us. You get a lot of stuff. But look, they only give you 5 active workflows. You get unlimited workflows with us. They only give you 2.5K executions. You get as many executions as you need on our server over there. Okay. So those of you who had logged in with us, you received the link, and on the link, when you come out of here, it's going to ask you to sign up. When you sign up, you need to go ahead and put your password in. Okay. Inside of your password, what we are going to do now, we're looking at this stuff, and you like, what the heck am I looking at? Okay. This is automations all in your hand. A lot of things that you'll see out in the CRM is not ran necessarily on here, but it is ran the same way. It's basically the back end way of doing the automation. And today we're going to do a very, very simple one. The first thing we're going to do is that we're going to create a form. Okay. So if you're following along with me, I want you to go over here and click on this plus button. Once you click on this plus button, I want you to hit workflow. Okay. Once you have hit workflow, I want you to add the first step. Okay. And for those of you who are a part of the $27 thing, if you go inside of your hub, so if we just go to hub.creative space academy over here, and when you go inside of the hub, you're going to see this thing that's going to say N8N Lab. I'm going to sign in as a different user. So you'll have the same experience as I do, right? And if you're not, you got to open it. So I'm gonna log in with one of my emails. I'll log in with Ernest's email here. Oh, okay. And if it's your first time logging in, it's gonna ask you to up. Well, before I get kicked off the thing, I need to have my computer plugged up, y'all. We was out today having a lot of fun out there with Miss Karen and everybody. And guess what I didn't do? I didn't charge my computer back up. And so let me go ahead and put that on the plug. So then y'all be like, "We lost you, Lady Hell." You didn't lose me, honey. I just didn't plug up my computer, and I've been using my computer without plugging it up. There we go. Okay. And I just need to go and give Ernest access over here to the CRM real quick. So let me just go over here to my contacts, and then let me get MCE Talent the access to that community real quick. Okay. Gmail dot um or forget it. I'll go through this way because I'm not gonna products. Then let me just go to the class real quick. Okay. So inside of the class, you'll see a preview that looks just like this. If you go in here to the download JSON, you're going to see a file over here that says creative name flow JSON. I know it looks like a PDF, but it is not. You're going to click on it, and I'm going to save this real quick. I'm going to save this right here. A JSON file is how the computer is going to communicate with one another. You're going to bring it back over into the lab, and up here on the top, on the right-hand side, there's 3 buttons, and then you're going to say import from file. You're going to go to the file wherever you done put it at. It'll say something, and it'll say like JSON or something like that. And it say, there we go, creative name flow. All right. And so now what we have done, we have brung a form in here, and we have also brung a Google Sheet submission. All right. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to create a form for people to simply just give you their name, their email, and their phone number. Okay. So we're going to double click on here. And I already kind of have this.
Crystal, slow down, please.
Okay. No problem. Where are you at?
I'm just trying to make sure I have my systems. Okay, I'm at the NGN Start from Scratch.
Okay.
Where'd
So
you get your form from?
these forms from, so if we go inside of the hub, so if
From
you
the
go
hub.
to hub.creativespaceacademy.com, let me put that in there so everybody can go over there and get that. Okay. Let me go back over here real quick. I'm looking for there to go to chat. Okay.
Okay, and you said in there under learning.
And click when you go into the hub under the
Mm-hmm.
learning tab, you're gonna see what this is gonna be open for you, and it's gonna say N8N Lab, and then just say open. Okay. When you open that, it is going to look just like this. Okay.
Okay. It's not letting me.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
So were you able to get logged in?
Yes, now I'm just trying to get into the hub here. I had just logged out trying to make sure my computer was going to be fast enough to. It's not liking my password.
So are we to create an account on the N8N, a free account?
Yes. So if you did not have the thing for here, you can create a free account on N8N. So on N8N, you just go over here, N8N.io, and you just say get started. You don't even have to have a card on file or anything like that. And you're gonna go ahead and put in your name, right? So you'll put your name. I'll use EMC talent because I haven't used that one. Here, put your business name, health, family, venture, and then you're gonna put you a password, and then your account name. I'm just gonna say Hell Family, and it's .n8n.cloud. Okay, and I'm just gonna see this, and I'm gonna say start my 14. Need a valid email. Email. What's it say? Email doesn't match. Oh, company email. Oh, I'll just put my email right here. emctalent@gmail.com.
So that's N8N.cloud.
No, it's N8N.io. N8N.io. And then you're gonna say, N8N.io, and then that's when you click on get started. And then you go ahead and put your credentials that you're gonna use. MC Talent.
You didn't have an affiliate link?
You said an affiliate link for them?
Yeah, for you. You want me to use your link or you don't have one?
No, I don't have an affiliate link for them.
Okay.
What am I supposed to be getting out of the hub?
Hub
now.
EMCE. I'm gonna come right back over there. Talent, EMCE talent at gmail.com. Okay, now it matches. And then say start 14-day free trial. Okay, so for those of you who have the hub access there, you're gonna go inside of the hub. Once you go into the hub, you're gonna see where it says download JSON file. Okay. And on that download JSON file, you're just going to download the file. Let me see if I can share this with you guys who are in the thing. Let me see. Okay. In the chat, I have saved it. I put it in there. Please download it so you're able to load it on side of the regular N8N if you are over there as well. Okay. So inside of that where it says download JSON.
I clicked on it, but it didn't, nothing. Let me try again because it's probably user error, but.
Then when you click on it, it should do like a pop-up. And then
that might be what it is. Okay, make sure my pop-up blocker's off.
And if you check over here in the Zoom chat, I put the file there and you can download it. Okay. Put a 1 if you.
Oh, there it is. Okay, it's to the side.
Gotcha. Okay.
Found it.
So those of you who's like, hey, get the most out of this, just say other when it asks you, and then just say okay. It's making me add some just say other. Okay, other. Just type other for all this stuff that is asking you there. I mean, if you want to let it know whatever you're doing, that's absolutely fine. Okay, oh my God. It's asking like 20 million questions. I didn't realize it adds all these questions. Okay, just pick one that works, whatever works for you. I'm just going to skip that. And then you're going to see where this come up. And I want you to put start automating. Okay. Once you press start automating, it might ask you to, confirm your email address or something like that. If it doesn't, because it didn't ask me to confirm my email address, you can come over here and just click start from scratch. Okay. Once you have selected start from scratch, if you're on the N8N platform, it's the same concept. You come over here and you're going to import the file. The JSON file in which I put over there, you can come over here and just get it, open it up, and you're going to have the same thing right here. Okay? You're going to have the same thing. Put a 1 in the chat if you're doing it with me. Go ahead and put a 1 and let me know I've done it. So I'll know.
What did you click to like import or add?
Okay.
Over here. The 3 dots.
The 3 dots.
And then
import file.
There we go.
Yeah. And then you're going to get the JSON file. And then you're going to say open. And it should bring it up just like so. Okay. I'll make sure I switch from both because sometimes the hosted one just looks a little different than the non-hosted one. Okay. I'm going to go back over here to the hosted one. Okay. Now that we have here, I want you to name this workflow. So I want you to click right here. And I want you to name this workflow email sign up. Okay. Now, what everybody may want from their client might be a little different. So what we are going to do right now is on the submission form, I want you to double click on that. Okay. So when you're looking at this looks like gibberish because it is right at this point. It is gibberish. Okay. On the top, you have a testing URL so you can test and make sure that it worked right. And then you have a production URL. That's when it's in real life. And that's the URL or the webhook that we're going to use. Okay. For the authentication, I want you to put none. Your form title, I want you to just put, and you can always go adjust this for whatever you want to say. I want you to put sign up for our updates. Okay. and look like I needed to make that smaller. So updates, sign up for our updates. The form description, this is just giving them a little description about your thing. And I just put sign up for all, it should say all of our. So I'm going to change it to all of our updates. And then I'm going to say, we promise we don't spam, because don't nobody like no spam, right? And then put a period there. So here you have form elements. I have the basic things right here. So on the first field, I put, what is your name? The type of element, if you ever made a Google Doc, it's kind of like making a Google, not a Google Doc, but a Google form. It's kind of like making that. I put is whether you can do dates, drop down lists, emails, files, hidden numbers, passwords, whatever. You can do that, but it's going to be a text. And the only thing we want right here is their first name. Okay. Then we're going to ask, okay, what's your email? Then we're gonna put that this is text, and that in the side of the placeholder you can put your email right there, to let them know what do they need to put right there. The other one I have is what is your phone number, right? And I put, again, we don't spam. And the element that I'm going to put is number. So the only thing that needs to go inside of that form is going to be a number. Okay. And right here, I put your SMS number. They know we're going to be texting. Okay. Now, let's say, for instance, if you want to know, let's say, for example, maybe I want to know how many years you've been in business, or on average, what's your income or something like that. I can add another form element. And I could put, I'm going to say, how long have you been in business? I'm going to put a text element. The place, I'm not going to put text. Here, I'm going to put a drop-down list. And when I put drop-down list, it's going to give them the option to put as however many they've been. So I'm just going to say, just started. I'm going to add another option that says 1 to 2 years. I'm going to add another option that says 3 to 5 years. And then another option that's going to say, 5 to 7 years. Okay. And then I'm going to put 8 to 10 years. 8 to 10 years. No, I'll just put 8 years plus, right? So we know that they've been in there 8 years plus, okay? I'm not going to give them multiple choice. If I click on multiple choice, that means they can pick multiple ones, but I don't need them to pick multiple ones. I only need them to tell me how long that they have been in business. So I'm not going to do that. Right here, where it says when form is submitted, and you see this thing that says append the N8N attribution, that means that you don't want them to know that you're using N8N, right? Because if you put, if it say true, then that means it's going to show it. But if it say false, then it's not, it shouldn't show it like that, okay? So from there, where it says respond with, that's saying after they submit your form, how do you want to respond back? What do you want it to say back? And I just put, and you can change this, you can change your text for whatever that you want to do. And I just changed it to where it says, thank you for signing up for our updates. Okay. Now that the form has been created, okay, again, whatever information you want, if you want other information, you can just add an element and choose the element of that information that you want to get. This is just a sign up form, right? Because when you have events, you need people signing up. When you have, when I say events, maybe you're doing a special drive or something like that. Maybe you're doing a back to school thing, right? So if you want a back to school, you need to fill out this form. If you want to receive our stuff, you're going to fill out this form. The reason why you're going to have these people fill out these forms and giving your information, because that is going to be, first of all, documented proof that whatever program that you're facilitating, especially those who are doing grants and all that stuff. All these things need to be documented. And you can create all type of forms you want, and then you can document that with. Now you can say, for this event, we had a total of 100 and something people in attendance, or 500 people, whatever, whatever the number is. We had these amount of people in attendance because you were there. You weren't there just getting pretty pictures and like, oh, look at this event that we're doing. You're also documenting the result of the pretty pictures and all of that. You're also documenting the people that you have talked to. Let's say you're at some event and everybody's like, hey, how do I sign up for this? How do I sign up for that? Yada, yada. Hey, get on my email list and my team is going to send you more information, right? And so then you can have it that you can use the same thing. It doesn't matter, or you can create different ones for different stuff. Then you can put right there that, name, email, phone number, and then maybe you can have them send them a document or something like that of what you got going on. So that's kind of why we create those forms. And that's one of the reasons as well why those forms are there. Okay. Because you have to document. And today you are going to start documenting and building your email list. Okay. So what I like to do is always test the URL. So you're going to see right here, here's the thing that says production URL is different, and you're going to see a test URL. A test URL allows you to test. So you're going to come over here and click on it, and we're just going to make sure okay? And you notice, oh snaps, it says the form isn't listening. It's okay. If it says the form isn't listening, we just have to press execute step because that's how we test it. We're going to say execute, and I'm going to say unpin and test. Okay. What is it tripping? 1 second. Y'all shouldn't be doing it, but mine. Oh, I think I have something. I had something pinned. Oh, mine is in production. Let's turn it off and on. Go back to that. Okay, so test URL, execute, set mock data. I don't want the mock data. Okay, we copied. Now we should be able to go over here. And now this tells you this is a test version of your form. Okay. So as you see, it has what is your name? What is your email? What is your phone number? We don't spam. And how long have you been in business? I'm going to give it some test information. So I'm going to just call myself Tester. My email is test@gmail.com. My phone number is 123-456-7891, 7891. Okay. And how long have I been in business? I'm gonna say, I've been there 3 to 5 years, and I'm gonna say submit. And so upon the form submission of my data, it just says, thank you for signing up. We will update you with all of our future promotions and events. Now, when I go back into the lab, you're going to see that on the side, it has this different thing. And this is nothing but data, okay? This has JSON data, which is code. You can look at it as a table. And I would say start just looking at stuff as a table. I don't want to confuse you with all the code and stuff. Look at it as a table. And they have another thing that is called schema. A schema looks like building blocks. But what the schema mean is that basically the schema or the style, that's what you're looking at. It's the schema, but you can think of it as style. And of course, a table, because that's all everything is anyway, is a data set that is on the table. So either way, that's easier for you to understand where the data is. You can look at it that way. So you can look at it as a tool, or you can look at it as a schema. This is the output. So whatever they input on here, N8N is going to output it in this way. So the next question would be, well, how do I get this data? Let's say I don't have a CRM or anything like that. How do I get this data from this submission form? Okay. I want y'all to click out of it and go back to Canvas. What we are going to do is that we are going to connect our Google Sheets. Okay. We're going to double click on here. So for those who are in the self-hosted space, you're going to have to create an API. If you're doing this directly on, let me go back to theirs real quick. If you're doing this directly on N8N, you do not necessarily have to do it via cloud. I think they let you do it yourself. So I want you to click on here. And when you double click, I'm gonna do it the N8N way first, and then we'll do it on the hosted way, the hosted way. So on the N8N there, you're gonna click and you're gonna say create a new credential. Okay. And then it's gonna ask you, how do you want it to connect? You want to connect using the OAuth authentication or a service account, right? We're gonna use the OAuth authentication. Okay, I'm doing it this way for the regular N8N followers, and then the next way I'm going to show you guys what we have to do on the self-hosted one. Okay, but once you do it once, you're good. You're just going to say sign in with Google. You're going to sign in with Google. You're going to choose your account. Say select all because they have done it for you in there, and it's going to say successful. Okay. So now your Google Sheets, Google Drive, and all of that is connected. All right. Since that is connected, we need to go make a Google Sheet. But before we make a Google Sheet, for those on the self-hosted platform, yours is just your way is a little different. Okay. Since you're on the self-hosted platform, you're going to have to create the credential via the cloud, but I'm going to show you how to give it access. You're going to say create credential. You're going to see this thing that says OAuth 2 recommended, okay? But on the OAuth 2, we have to create that. And so since we have to create that, we're going to go, I'm going to put it in the link as well. Is console.cloud.google. We have to make what we call an API. And what an API is, I got it. Oh man, sorry. I'm logged in here. Let me get the regular site. So I'm just going to sign out and get the regular site. All right, continue, sign out. It's cloud. It's console.cloud.google. And then you can sign in with any of your accounts. I'm just gonna sign in with this one, tmecmedia.com, and say continue. Okay. So when I come in here, it's gonna ask me, hey, what country are you in? Terms of service, just say agree. Okay. So once you are in the cloud, just say start for free. Don't worry about any of this other stuff. Just start for free. Okay. And just start. Oh, why is it making me console? It's absolutely it's absolutely free. It's not gonna like charge you anything. Google console. Google Cloud. There we go. Let me put this on here real quick so y'all have the right one. I don't want you doing something different. There you go. Everybody on there where it says Google, well, those who are on the self-hosted one is on the Google Cloud, cloud.google.com.free. You'll sign up with your thing, and then you're going to click over here where it says console. Okay. And on the console, you'll see where it says, my first project or something like that. You can click on that. Okay. And then I want you to click create new project. Okay. So it's like, hey, you only need one. So it's perfectly okay. Okay. So you're going to say this is my project name. I will just label it N8N. I'm just going to label this N8N demo, but you can label it N8N. Then you're going to say create. Okay. once you have said create right there, I want you to click inside of here, and I want you to put Drive. The first thing I want you to do is click Drive. I want you to click Google Drive API, and I want you to click that. Then you're going to select Enable, okay? Because we have to enable the Google Drive API, okay? Then, again, I want you to come up here, and then I want you to put Sheets, SHEETS, okay? And it'll say Google Sheets API because that's how the different things talk to each other. And I want you to click Enable, okay? Those are the two right now that you need, that you need. From there.
Hold on, wait. I'm sorry. Can you go back over there real quick?
All right. So inside of your first project,
Right.
you're gonna say new project, and
Okay.
you're gonna label that
Did that.
N8N. Okay.
Huh?
Okay. Once you have clicked on that project, you should be in the N8N demo.
That's where I'm at.
Okay. So the first thing in this search bar over here, I want you to put in Drive. Okay. Then it's going to say Google Drive API. Then I want you to click that.
Okay.
Once you click that, I want you to put Enable.
All right.
Okay. It's going to enable the API.
Okay.
The next one that I want you to do is Google Sheets. So SHEETS, Sheets.
Got it.
Okay. And then I want you to enable the Google Sheets API. So you're going to say enable.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Awesome. All right. So now, only thing you need to do is click on where it says off consent screen. Consent screen. You're gonna click on that. Okay. Once you click on that, just say get started. You're gonna name this app. I'm just gonna name it N8N. User support email is gonna be whatever Google email that you got connected to that, and you're gonna say next. Then you're going to put that this is external, okay? And then you're going to say next. Then you're going to put the contact email, okay? And it could be whatever I would use the same Google contact I would use the same Google contact email, TMTEC. Okay, I forgot what the email was. TMTEC media, I think it's at gmail.com. media@gmail.com, or whatever your Gmail that you're using, okay? And then you're going to say next. Then you're going to say, I agree. Then you're going to say continue. And then you're going to say create. All right. Now that we have created that, I need you to click on where it says branding. I need you to go down, and where it says add domain, I want you to put what is it? HSTGR. HSTGR.cloud. So you're going to put I'm going to put it in the comment section so y'all know what to put. Is HSTGR.cloud. Okay. That's what you need to put right there. Okay.
Under application homepage or authorized domains?
Click on where it says branding, and under authorized domain.
Authorized domains. Okay.
You're gonna put HSTGR.cloud. Okay. HSTGR.cloud. And then you're gonna say save. Okay. Then I want you to click on where it says audience here. And then where it says test users on audience, I need you to click right here, and you have to add your email. So it's -TMTEC media at gmail.com. Okay. And I'm going to say save, because if you don't put your Gmail that you're using, It's not gonna let you do some stuff, okay? And then I want you to click on where it says data access. This is the last thing, and then we're gonna get the stuff. On the data access piece, you see where it says add or remove scopes? I want you to click on that. Okay. And then I want you to come down here, click on 100. And I want you to say where it says select all rows. I want you to select all that stuff and then just say update. And once you have update, it has all the scopes that it need. You're going to press save. Okay. Now that we have entered in, because basically we basically just made a little an authentication for Google. That's basically what we did. The last step is to click on the client, and you don't have to do this you only have to do this one time in a project to do an OAuth screen there. And you're just gonna say create client. The type of application is going to be a web application. The name of it, I'm just gonna put N8N, right? And then where it says authorize redirect URIs, you're gonna come back over here and you're gonna copy this right here where it say OAuth redirect URL, and you're gonna click to copy. Once you have clicked to copy on the authorized redirect, you're gonna say add, and you're just gonna copy that URL right there into that. And the only thing you have to do now is press create. Once you have pressed create, it's going to give you a client ID and a client secret. I want you to come over here and copy this client ID. Once you have copied the client ID, you're going to come back in here and put your client ID. Then you're going to go back onto the console and it's going to give you a client secret. I want you to click that client secret. Come back over here to the N8N and you're going to paste it there. Once you have pasted there, now you have the authentication screen that has came up and you're going to say sign in. Once you have signed in, you're going to sign in with your particular Gmail that you're using. And you're going to just sign in right there. Okay. It's going to say Google hasn't verified this app. They haven't because we haven't submitted or nothing. And it's okay. We don't really need to do that. We just need it for this. And you're going to say continue. Once you say continue, you're going to select all of these boxes. Just say select all, okay? Because you need to be able to get inside the drive. You can get into the sheets, yada, yada. And then you're going to say continue. Once you have seen that, it's going to say connection successful. On the top, I like to label mine, and I'm going to say tmtcmedia@gmail.com, right? So I know, oh no, close. Oh, what I do? Oh, Jesus. Did I not save it? Did I not save it? Oh, I didn't press save. Make sure you press save, okay? I still have this up, so I can just put the client ID and the client thingy back in there real quick. So don't do like me and don't save the stuff. But that's the client ID. The client opted, this one, client off. Put this in here like so. Right here. tmtecmedia@gmail.com. I'm just gonna make sure I press save there. But again, just make sure you're signed in to the Google that you did. Okay, just say continue because we've already gave it permissions and stuff. And so now we know exactly what email that we are using. So we'll know what to do on the next part. Okay. Were you able to get your credential? Were you able to get the credential done?
No, I'm blocked to access. It says the HSTG cloud has not completed the Google verification process.
It shouldn't be saying that. So we missed the spot. So
The other thing, I wasn't able to, when I'm trying to put in under audience, a test user, add users.
Yes,
So
you
let
have
me
to,
add a user.
yeah, put add user
Mm-hmm.
and then put whichever Gmail you're signed into, put that right there.
Okay. There it goes. Okay.
Okay, awesome.
So
And then let you say save or something down there or no? Or just
not on this page.
okay, cool. All right. So then you'll click back, you can click on the did you add the scopes as well?
The
Under data access
data access.
is right under the client.
Oh, nope, I have no scopes. Okay, add or remove scopes.
Yeah. So you're gonna press add or remove scopes. And then
Okay.
on the bottom where it says rows per page, I want you to click on like the 100. And then you're going to see on the top where it say like select all rows. You're going to select all the rows and then you're going to say update. I already have it. That's why I'm not pressing update on mine. But you're going to press update. And then it's going to put all of the
Hold on.
scopes.
I don't see the 100 thing you're mentioning.
Okay. When
I
you go
searched
to, when you,
all the
when
oh,
you
see.
go to add or remove, you have to look towards the bottom
Okay.
and it says rows per page.
Oh, there we go. Added to 100. Okay. Got it.
Yes, ma'am.
Today. I'm sorry. And now I can click all of them.
Mm-hmm. And then you're gonna, yeah, then you're gonna add all of them. Okay.
Okay.
Once you have added all of them, you're going to press save.
Okay.
Now I want you to go back inside of the credential and then go ahead and press the O off screen again and
Okay.
see if that works for you.
Here we go. Sign in here. Okay, continue.
Okay. Did it accept your credential?
Yes, it gave me some warnings, and I'm just clicking it off. Okay.
Okay, great.
Okay.
All right. So the next thing that we're going to do, everybody, if you're on N8N, they already do the off screen for you. But if you're on the self-hosted, you do have to create the thing. You don't have to do it one time, but yeah, that's the longest part in it. So anywho, I want you now on your Gmails. I want you to go to sheets.google.com. Okay. Once we go to sheets.google.com, I want you to create a blank spreadsheet. Under that blank spreadsheet, I want you to label this update form class. So we know this was for class because you can do it for anything you want to. Okay. Once you have did update form in class, we need to add we need to add some stuff up here. Okay. So on the first line, we're just gonna type name. We're gonna go over and then we're gonna type email. Then we're going to type phone number. Okay. And then if you have different questions or whatever on your form, this is where you would put additional questions. My additional question was, it was like, how long have you been in business? Okay. Now, I like my stuff to look a little more organized. So what I do is I click over here in the corner and I go to format. Once I go to format, I make sure that I wrap it. Okay. So if I need to make this a little bigger, a little longer, so everything won't be cluttered because my mind doesn't work like that. It needs to have, everything needs to be in an organized way. Okay. So on down here, I'm just going to label this, going to label this sheet class. Okay. Because again, you can use the same sheet, but you might have a sheet for an event, event one. You can have for whatever event, those are different sheets, and these different sheets, so you can keep all of your signups on different things. And maybe you might have a form that has, other questions for a different event or something like that. You're able to do that within the same form. So just know, if you go, you can use the sign up form. It doesn't have to be, oh, this is just a sign up form for this. I got to create a different sign up form every time. If it's just a sign up form, use the same file and just put it on different sheets. And maybe you might have different different data that you want, or data sets that you would like, or whatever. You can put those on the different things. Okay. So again, you can do that first one. Everybody should have name, email, phone number, and how long you've been in business. Okay. Now that we have that there, we have this all updated and stuff, we can close out of it. Because that's all we needed to do was set up the form. Okay. So now that we that we're inside of here, okay. Now that we are inside of our Google Sheets, I want you to put the operation is append to row. That means every time somebody put their information in there, it's going to create a new row. And you can just say append to row. Once you have did append to row, it's going to ask. Yeah.
Somewhere else. I got people in Carrollsville.
There we go. Once you say append to row, it's going to ask you from which list you want. I only have one form on there. So if you like me on other emails and stuff, I got different what you call those things? I got different email thingies. So that's why I make sure all my stuff is labeled so I know what it is. But it's from the update, the update form for class. That's the name of your form. It's going to tell me which sheet. Now, remember, I created a sheet for class, event 1, event 3. Well, I want it on that particular sheet. Okay. Then it's going to ask me, well, what values do you want to send over there? Okay. Because these are the values that I have in there. I don't want it to just send somebody's name and then put the same person's name every time. We want this to be dynamic. So we're going to click on the building block, which is the schema. Okay. And what it is, for where it says name, I'm going to grab this block and bam, bring it over there. Look at that. It coded it for me. Okay. It coded me in a JSON file, but it put it to me in the schematic way where I'm able to bring this over there, and it did the code for me. I didn't have to code it. Okay. Where it says what is your email? We're going to come over here, grab that email, and we want that email to go right there. Then where did it say, what is your phone number? I'm going to grab this phone number, right? And I'm going to put, I want to know what is the phone number, okay? And then where I have, how long have you been in business? I'm going to grab the block and I want it to put how long they've been in business. And that's where it's going to say there. Since I did a test earlier, now I need to execute this to make sure that it's going onto the file. Okay. Have everybody drag their values into here. Once you have dragged the values into there, I want you to press execute. Boom. Once we say execute, it's going to give me a check mark and let me know that the name, email, phone number, and how long they've been in business that they gave me, it has all been sent. If I go over, and if you go over to your Google Sheet now, and I'm going to come over here to the sheets because I told you to, okay, and I go to the update class form, guess what happened, guys? It put their name, their email, phone number, and how long they've been in business. It put it all on my sheet. So now I have a way to get the name, the email, and the phone number, and I have it all, right here. And now this is set to automate every time that we make it do what it do. Okay. If you want to test it again, which is no problem then with testing it again. Okay. I want you to hit on where it say execute workflow. Okay. And now when it execute the workflow, it's just waiting for this to go. So now I'm gonna put some real information in there and see if it do what it do. And if it loads onto my thing. And this is just me testing it. And I'm gonna say submit. All right. So once it says submit, this stops and let me know, oh, this was done successfully. Now, if I go over here into my Google Sheet over there, let me go back over here to where my Google Sheet is. Boom. If I go in here to my Google Sheet, guess what? My name, email, phone number, and how long I've been in business has been doing what it do. Okay. So the next question that you may have is, well, Lady Hell, this is cute, but how do I give them the link to this form? Okay. What I want you to do right now, I want you to turn this on. And when you turn it on, I want you to activate the workflow. Once you have activated the workflow and you double click on your form, you can share this link. Well, you got to put on production. Click on production. And when you click on production, you're going to be able to share that link. You can share this link as a QR code. You can share this link even as a website. And that's what we're going to do now that we have this set up on the back end. We're going to build a website with words. Okay. I want y'all to type in the comment section. Build it with words. We're going to build a website real quick with words. Okay. I'm going to share let me come over here and get it for you. There's a little code I'm going to share with you. And what you need to do is put your production code. Oh my goodness. It's an embed. Oh, let me go into the embed. EMBED. I have it over here somewhere. Let me go over here and get it. You'll have this same embed code inside of the dashboard over there. But however, as well, since you are in here with me, I'm gonna also give you this I'm gonna give you all a prompt, okay? And embed code. Where did I put the embed? Oh, there you go. Boom. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys this embed code because this is what we're gonna need. Yeah, build with words. I'm gonna give you this embed code. I want you to take this embed code that I just put in the chat in there. Okay. This is the great thing of the lab. I'm gonna put this in the chat. Hold on, let me come over here real quick. I'm gonna put this in the chat. And maybe on a document somewhere, I want you to copy and paste this. I want you to take your production URL. I want you to copy that. So when you're on the production URL on the forms, I want you to copy that link. You can also see that it's working when you put it in your browser. Okay. It'll be like this, like so. Like I said, you can share this link accordingly. Or when you get this, where it says your domain, I want you to just replace your domain and paste that site right there because this is going to be an embed code. Now, if you already have an existing website, you can actually put this on put this as an HTML code and put it on your site to do that. Okay. I'm going to give you a prompt okay? And with the prompt, we're going to use AI to build a no code, but you're going to have to take this prompt and adjust it. I'm going to put it in this thing in here, okay? Oh, it's saying I'm doing too much. Wait a minute. This is the first part of it. Text stack. Then we'll start right here. And I'm going to put the other part. Okay. So y'all copy that and paste that. So now what I put in here on the same form or sheet, whatever that you put this embed code, I want you to just come down twice, go in the chat. I want you to copy the first part of this prompt that I've made for you because there's an adjustment I need you to make. Okay. But first, let's copy and paste the prompt and make sure that we have it together. And then I want you to get the second part of the prompt because I've already went here and done this for you. Okay. I want you to get the second part of the prompt because there's a certain thing I need you to do. Okay. Once you have copied this prompt down, I need you to come up here and get this embed frame. I want you to copy that. And where it says place your embed code here, just erase that. I want you to erase that. Before you place the code, I want you to say, here is the embed code for the sign up. Okay. Here's the, oh man, where'd it go? Where'd my embed code go to? Oh, I'm sorry, my thing is in the way. I hate when stuff be moving. Okay. So you're just gonna say, here is my embed code for the sign up. Oh, that's
So
why
you,
I didn't copy and paste
so
that.
you said we can replace and put our domain, our website in the place of that link, right?
No, 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 no. I'm fit to show you real quick. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm doing silly stuff. Hold on. Bonus challenges. No, that's right. Under bonus challenge. Okay. So when you type under the bonus challenge, I want you to put here is the embed code. And then I want you to get your iframe. Okay. Get your iframe. Then I want you to paste that there. So now you should have a whole thing that says landing page design challenge. Where I want you to go is where it says color scheme. Okay. So on the color scheme, you can erase where like because my colors are orange and dark navy. You can just tell it what your colors are. If you have the hex codes, you can put the hex codes. If you can be like, oh, my color is pink and navy, or I'm gonna just say pink. I'm gonna say dark pink and navy blue. Because that's actually pretty. Dark pink and navy blue. Only thing you need to change is your color. And right here, you're going to have that iframe. Okay. Now I want you to select all of this. I want you to press copy. Okay. So we'll have it in our thing. Now it's time to build the little website. You're going to open up a new tab. On the new tab, I want you to visit lovable.dev. Put this in the thing so y'all can click on it as well. Lovable.dev. Actually, hold on. Get your girl some credits. Let me put my thing in the thing. Hold on, because I get credits when y'all click on this stuff. Affiliate. There you go. Boom. Okay. Y'all click on here, helps me get credits when y'all do some stuff. All right, boom. So you're gonna click on Lovable. Okay. So once you go over here to Lovable, it's gonna actually just let you start. I think it should say like sign up or something like that. Okay. And if you want to go and do the bonus stuff and all of that, because sometimes they actually let you come on here and design for free. Like last weekend, you could design a whole bunch of stuff for free. So Lovable is very easy. It's very user friendly to do. It codes websites and all this good stuff. And only thing you have to literally do is speak to it. So you'll basically, when you come over here to Lovable, hey, look at that, I'm almost out of credits. But you'll just say, well, no, you say get started. You can say get started. Oh man, let me redo it. Okay, so I say get started. It's gonna say, hey, you can log in with Google, GitHub, or you can do your email. I love logging in with Google. So I'll be logging in with Google. And you're just gonna log in right there. And it as y'all see, my Google account is locked down. And either I have to put a code in there. And I always say make sure you use authentication methods. So whether it's two-factor, the Google stuff, however you want to, just put an extra layer of security on your stuff. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get that prompt that we just copied and pasted, and it's gonna say, hey, build something. Okay. And we're just gonna paste that prompt. Let me go over here and go get my prompt again, because I don't know where I put it at. Okay, we're gonna get that prompt over there. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna paste this prompt. And then we're gonna say, click it. We're gonna click it. And what begins to happen with a word, because what I told it was to create a prompt. I just didn't want y'all to like run through your credits. That's why I created a prompt for you. But basically, I just told it I didn't want anything fancy. I want just a little standard, the standard form sign up, and it's gonna spit out something. Now, once it spit out something, we might have to adjust it just a little bit, but the adjustments are very, very easy. Okay. So right now it's spinning up a preview. It's telling it what it's doing and all of this. Just like you would do with Chat GPT or any of those other platforms, there is this is what we call a chat agent. And so a chat agent is kind of almost like having a worker who go and work for you, right? And the agent right now is building the website, is building all the particulars that I gave it. I also let it know, because if we go through the prompt there, I told it what type of typography to use. Typography is nothing but the font that you want it to use, okay? And I told it to use from the Google font, so we don't have to upload anything. Okay. So look, oh, ain't that cute? It created us a really nice little website real quick. Okay. And so it's like, yo, stay updated. Get the latest insight, trends, update, deliver straight to your inbox, join thousands of professionals, staying ahead of the curve. You're going to get weekly updates. You're going to have a community of my community is 10K plus. It kind of remembers me, but let's say you like, girl, I don't got no 10K plus in my thing. Guess what you're able to do? You're able to say edit, and you can go there and click on what you want to edit, and you can just say join our professional community. I have 10K, but I could say join our, I can come over here, click it, join our professional community, and then I'm able to I'm able to change it accordingly, right? So I can say join our professional community. Okay, I can tell it join my professional community, and I'm gonna press save, and it's gonna keep that. You're gonna get instant access, whatever your instant access to, right? So, but I wanted to remove some of this stuff. Like, I don't want this button here because, like, that doesn't make sense. So, on the button, I can click on this button and say delete it, and it's gonna delete that button. Also, I don't want this right here. I can say delete because I don't want that there. I also can go to edit again, and I'm gonna click on the header. I don't want a header there. Okay. Since I don't want a header there, this is all I want. I just wanted to say, stay updated, yada, yada, yada. Join our newsletter. Again, if you want to change this, you can click on it accordingly. And now what this is going to do, I'm going to be able to share this. From here, we're just going to say, let me say save, because it's like, hey, you done with your edits? Yes, I'm done with my edits, okay? Because it has to do what it do, right? So from there, the only thing I would say to do is the social media sharing card. We have to tell it that we don't want the lovable stuff. We want it much as branded as possible. Okay. So on here, all right, the only thing I'm going to do is find one of my images there. You know, whether it's Creative Space logo or something. I'm going to find one of my logos that I have real quick. What it? Oh, it's doing something else. I ain't asking. Oh, this thing is in the way. I'm not trying to annotate. Lord Jesus. Okay. I'll just click here so it'll do it. So I'm gonna say attach. I'm gonna attach a file. And so since I'm just gonna find something random just to show you guys kind of like, oh, well, not Oprah. We don't want Oprah. I mean, we love you, Oprah, but boom. Okay. I'm gonna find this picture and I'm gonna tell it on the social media share page. I mean, share thumbnail, I think it's called thumbnail. Please have this as the share thumbnail for social. That's all we're gonna say. And it's gonna update. So when I share on social media, it won't say like the lovable stuff. It's going to say the websites. I mean, it's gonna say the website stuff. Okay. And so with the little updates and all of that, it's gonna have it right there. Okay. So now once it updates this, okay, cool. So now it updates this. So it says when it shares, it's gonna make sure it shared this. We are now ready to publish. And you can add, now I can add a custom domain. All right. Now, if yours say pro, that means you will have to update your account to do a custom domain. Okay. But if not, just for practice, and if you want to do it later, you can. Lovable is going to give you a nice little, it's there branded, but it's going to give you that. But you're also able to do the custom domain. That's why I paid a little $20 a month for Lovable, because that's how I'm able to a lot of times like put up landing pages real quick, and whatnot. I mean, of course, I have VAs and they'll do most of my stuff anyway. But I know me, how I get. I'm like, oh, I want to do a class on this. Bam, I need a website. Or here, let me create a sign up form for this. I'm gonna go in Lovable, tell it what I want real quick, and as y'all see, less than 5 minutes, we have a functional website that's ready to go. And then I'm gonna say just publish, right? Because a lot of times we focus on the aesthetic of a website, and Lovable does a really great job on the aesthetic of a that sun is strong. On the aesthetic of the website versus the function of the website. And what's really important for any site, number one, we need to make money off of it. But number two is the function of it. Is it functional? Can I get this information, etc.? So what I want y'all to do is when you press publish over there on Lovable, if you have been following along, I want you to copy your link, put it in the comment section, and then we're going to fill each other's paper out to make sure that our automations are working. Okay? So if you've done yours, put in the comment section. Or was I moving a little too fast for y'all? Are y'all
A
still
little
up?
too fast, but
A little too fast. Where we at? Tell me where we at.
no, it stopped me from authenticating back at Google. It told me
Oh,
the app wasn't something, it was a different error message, but it gave me another error message.
okay. Can you share your screen with me?
I sure can.
Let's share
I
your
just
screen.
don't want to interrupt.
No, let's get it. Let's get your screen up real quick. as well. I see some comments in the comment section over here. Let me go on social media and see what they're saying over there. Okay. Hey, Lady Hell. Hey, Lost in Translation. Hey, Miss Carolyn. Okay, Miss Carolyn, is this going to be in the hub? Yes, if you're in the N8N Lab, it will be in the hub. Or you can join, Friday. I think I am in the right place. Okay. I think you're in the right place too, Miss Basilika. You should have been on this Zoom. Okay. Check your email. Okay. Anya said, okay. And she said, this is so awesome. Okay. And then she just asked at the Lady Hale, she says, what does it mean if a website has vulnerabilities? Does using Lovable protect your web pages from them? What does it mean if a website has vulnerabilities? Does using Lovable protect your web pages from them? Yeah, if a website is saying it has vulnerabilities, that means you need an SSL certificate that needs to be installed. Or either you have some invalid code running in the back. Sometimes people who use what I ain't gonna say, sometimes when people are building sites, you need to make sure that they own either the licensing to something, because sometimes, especially I know on WordPress sites, I see this a lot where people will get bootlegged themes and all types of stuff, and then they'll have some malicious code somewhere in the back, and then Google will flag it as vulnerable. So you just need to make sure that that's correct. Also, another reason why your website could be facing vulnerabilities is that your SSL certificate is not properly configured. Okay. Lovable is just an interface. It's just the top part. Can you put Stripe? Can you put all that good stuff on there? Yes. And that would have to be on a whole nother course. But yes, you can do that. But this will prevent, indeed, things being some vulnerabilities there, because you have multiple systems working, even though across the platform is flushed, but you have multiple systems working at a time. So it's going to protect you from DDoS's attack and all of that. I always recommend that you use a custom domain. And I always say buy your domains through Cloudflare. And I'm going to show you now real quick. I mean, not real quick. I had Letitia to go ahead and share her screen. So Letitia, if you can go ahead and share your screen for me.
I can't share it, but I can turn my camera on and show you because I'm on a different computer with the webinar so that it could work so it could work. So I got two different machines going. But I can show you what it says here.
Okay, go ahead. Let me spotlight you so we can see.
Can you see that?
Okay, check client. Okay, scroll down for me.
That's it. That's the error message.
That's the.
So when I go to here.
Can you hold your camera down just a little bit? Okay, press continue. Okay, and then make sure you just select all the stuff. Okay, can you read to me what that says? Because I click on where
client authentication failed, invalid client, error description unauthorized, failed to connect, the window can now be closed.
Okay, go ahead and close that window. I'm gonna share back my screen real quick, and then let's go back into your Google console, because I think that's where the error is coming from. Okay, so
okay, I still have that open.
All right. So inside of your Google, let's just go through all of this stuff to just make sure everything is applied.
Okay.
First, I want you to click on branding.
Okay.
Okay. You have your app name, correct?
Yes.
You have your support email, which should be the same email that you're in.
Yes.
Don't worry about app logo. Where it says authorized domain 1, it should say hstgr.cloud. That has that there, correct?
Yes.
And this has your Gmail right here, correct?
No, on the developer contact information, I put the Bob Data Matters. So that needs to be Gmail too?
Yes, that needs to be Gmail.
Okay.
All the stuff Need to be Gmail on your developer, on the developer side.
Okay, save that. That's changed.
Okay.
Okay,
Now I want you to click on audience.
audience.
This
Yes.
should not be on publish. It should be on testing. Is it on testing?
It says testing publish app.
No, don't press publish out. You want
I
it.
did. Yeah, it just
Okay, cool. So on the test user, you have yourself right here, correct?
yes.
Awesome. Now on the data access, do you have all the scopes in there?
Yes, I clicked on all of those. There's and your sensitive scopes and restricted scopes and
Okay,
Gmail
cool.
scopes.
Awesome. All right. So on your on the client one,
Mm-hmm.
click where it says N8N. Okay. And
Okay.
on that where it says authorize redirect URIs on your credential piece, do you have, let me go back into credentials to see what it is. One second. Let me come out of here to the credentials. La 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 credentials. Okay. Do you have this where it says off redirect URL? Do you have that right there?
Yes.
Okay, that's right there.
HTTPS and yeah, I got that from the N8N server. Yes,
Awesome.
that's added.
All right. So over here on the client ID, you have correct.
There is
It's
a number there.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Our numbers are going to be different because it's yours,
Okay.
obviously mine.
Yes.
Okay. And then just hit this where it says client secret, and it should have this little copy thingamabobby where it says copy client secret. So copy that and then just replace it inside of your here where it says client secret. Just paste it again.
Now, take it from N into Google.
Take it from Google. So you come over here, Google, where it says client secrets.
Yeah, mine just mostly blurred out. It says it's viewing client secrets is no longer available. If you've lost the secret below, add a new one.
Yeah, just then you can add a new one. That's cool.
Add a new one. Okay.
Add a new one. And then
Client
the new secret that it gives you.
Copy it.
Copy that.
And
yeah, then come back over to the N8N. Once you come back over to your, let me find N8N, the old one, delete that out.
Delete
and
this
then,
one.
And then put the new one.
Okay.
And then what you're going to do, you're going to say, sign in with Google. And then, of course, select the proper Gmail that, that you put in there that you were using.
Right.
Okay. Then when it goes to continue.
Aha! Connected successfully. Okay.
Yay!
Green check mark. Green check mark. Okay.
Okay, awesome. So on the top, press save. Make sure you press save. Okay.
Yes.
And then right here, I want you to put whatever that Gmail is, so you know exactly which Gmail that is. Okay.
Under the credential?
Correct.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait. Which Gmail? Hook close. Wait. Put it where?
When you go on your credential, it'll say like Gmail something. It'll say, but you can double click it and you can change it to your particular Gmail there.
No. Because now the sheets is up. Let me see. Okay, close this. Can I close this out? I have the Google Sheet up. How do I? Oh, back to Canvas. Right?
It's okay. Yeah, you can. So when you go to the email sign up where it says Google Sheets, you can double click that.
Okay, double click.
You'll only have one credential in there, so it's perfectly fine. Did you create the Google Sheet form already? for that?
Yes, I actually have one that I wanted to pull it from.
So
Or should
where
I
it says
create a
for class purposes, let's create a new document.
okay.
Okay.
So
And then you're gonna we'll go over there and create the document real quick. And
Yep.
it should say let me go over here to the thing real quick. Okay.
Here.
Google Sheets. You create a blank document.
Yep.
And then label it update form class, right?
Okay.
On that first row, you're gonna put name, email, phone number,
Okay.
how long you've been in business. I mean, or I don't know if you added an extra question on there or not, but if you did, you can add that extra.
Just make
Whatever.
sure it follows the same.
The same schema. The same scheme. Yes.
Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. Name, phone number. Table Johnson. Oh, how do I go back to? Okay, so I can know exactly what I asked for. Name, email, phone. Business. Where's your business to?
Okay.
Okay, and now I think that's formatted on. Yes. Okay.
So now when you go inside of the Google Sheets,
Mm-hmm.
okay, it's gonna say from list, and then go ahead and choose that new form that you just did. Okay. And then it's gonna ask which sheet, because remember you can do multiple sheets and all that stuff. Okay. Then you're gonna say from, and the sheet, my sheet was named class. Maybe your sheet might be named sheet 1 or whatever. You're gonna pull that. Okay. Once you have that selected, it's going to have the values that you currently have inside of there. Okay. So you should have at minimum name, email, phone number. And remember, I had added an extra thing that was like, how long have you been in business or something like that. Okay.
Right. How do I pull the sheet? I see credential to connect with Google Sheet, and it says Google Sheet account 2.
Yeah, just click that.
Okay.
And then it says from list, and it should be that list that you just
Oh,
created.
from list. Okay, here we go. All right. Caller does not have any permission. Check your credentials. Come, stop playing with me. Come on.
It's okay. It's okay because we're gonna get through this together. So no worries.
There it is. Okay.
See it? There you go.
I'm
See,
just
just a
tired.
little patience.
Okay. Updates. Okay, I got it.
That's
For
what
me
the
now.
lab is for. I want y'all all to
Okay.
remember that. And in Lady Hell's lab, I'm not gonna be like, come on. I ain't gonna be
And I
like,
think that's part of it too. The pressure, like, wait, I got to get this right, and I just got to slow down a little bit. Okay, update from class, and then it gives you even the tab, like you were saying, exactly which sheet in the worksheet. Map each column manually.
Yeah. So what I want you to do is go into turn yours on onto inactive real quick.
Inactive.
Yes. And then I want you to click on that first node that says execute workflow, and then give it some data. Okay, that's how we're gonna test it to make sure it's working.
Okay, where'd you see the mode? Where's
The
it said put it in something mode.
I'm sorry. So on here, is yours on
Oh, at the top.
or
Okay.
active?
I don't know. Inactive.
Okay, cool. That's what you want it on. You want it on inactive. So since we have it on inactive, I want you to double click on that form. I mean, double click on this right here. Okay. You see where you can say stop listening for a second. You see where it says test URL?
Yes.
I want you to click that.
Okay.
And I want you to press exit. Then once you click it, because that's how it copies it, I want you to press execute step. Okay.
Testing
Once
all
you
right.
press execute step, the form is
Ah.
going to pop up.
Yes.
Okay. Once the
Okay.
form has popped up, just put some sample
Yeah.
information, www@gmail.com, 567-989-80044 0077. Oh, this 989 123 4 5 6 7. Okay, how long you been in business? Just started, bam. Then you're gonna press submit. Okay. Once you have pressed submit, okay, I want you to go over here and double click on this Google Sheet. All right. And then this say executing. Oh my God. Stop. Stop. Oh man. I know I did it already. That's what I did. Oh, oops. Okay. What is it doing?
Yeah, it
Let
told
me-
me it was a problem with submitting.
It's okay. Let's just refresh the page real quick.
Stop listening.
Okay.
Okay.
And then click on the form. Click on the form real quick.
Okay.
And then where it says execute step, do that. And then it's gonna say get your name, phone number, yada yada yada, whatever the questions are, say submit. Okay.
Oh, it's
Now,
something wrong with my sheet. My sheet has a exclamation on it.
okay. Did it when you submit the form, did you see this data that come through?
It didn't come through this time. No. And it told me I had a problem with submitting my form, and then I have the little exclamation point down here on my sheet.
Okay,
Flow.
let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so first let's click on form submission and let's make sure that the data is coming through.
Yeah,
And then
form.
we'll configure the sheet. So
There we
click on
go. Form
where it says
submission.
form submission.
Attach
And I want you to
URL.
put I just want you to press execute step. Okay.
Execute step. Testing a node overwrites pin data, unpin and test.
Yeah, just say, oh yeah, unpin
Okay.
and test.
Problem running workflow. Please resolve outstanding issues before you activate it. It doesn't like something.
No, you should be in inactive. Do me a
Oh, is that what
favor,
it is? Okay, let's
press
go back.
press refresh on your page. I want you to turn that off to where it says inactive.
Every time I click on it, it looked like it was off, but every time I click on it, it says problem activating workflow.
Can someone hire you to find them, fix them? Yes, you can. You can hire me. Go to link in bio. Let me put my screen on there. Right, you need me to fix it? Get on the phone with me for 15 minutes. Oh, no, that's not it. That's link in bio. There you go. I got it up there on the screen so you guys can see that. I'm sorry. Okay. So this is what I want you to do first. Did you refresh everything?
I did.
Okay. Now, when you refresh, what I want you to do is double click on form submission. Just double click
Okay.
on that.
Did.
Okay. Now I want you to press execute step.
Problem running workflow. Please resolve outstanding issues.
No, we should have a problem running a workflow. Okay. Where is it? Where is it telling you the issue is?
It doesn't say.
Okay. Is there any exclamation points or anything like that?
That's
Is it
fine. I'm looking. I'm scrolling here. Under parameters, no. It's just build multi-function false.
Can you show me your screen or put your
I
camera
can.
up so I can see it, so I can see it? All right, hold on, let me bring my zoom on my camera over here so I can look. Okay. All right, so you're on production. All right, scroll down for me. All right. Can you bring your camera over so I can actually see your screen a little better, please?
Which direction?
Down.
Oh,
Scroll
oh
down.
my, I'm no good at this.
No, you're good. Okay. All right. Bring your camera down some more. I'm just trying to make sure that. Oh Lord, that your form is. Okay, all that stuff is great up there. Okay, now hit execute where it says execute step.
And I'm getting this error over here.
What does it say?
Problem running workflow. Please resolve outstanding issues before you activate.
All right. Click. Can you click out of there real quick?
Yeah.
And let me see if I can access yours from my back end over here. 1 second.
Cause yeah, when I try to click on even changing the inactive at all, it keeps popping up. Collaborate.
Okay, here you go. Oh, I'm actually okay. So I'm gonna log in now. You should be able to see the same screen. Okay.
Okay.
I'm actually able to log inside of your form there. Okay. So here, we got something pinned. So let's unpin this. I don't know what we got pinned.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we have some stuff unpinned. So we're gonna unpin that data. Okay.
Okay. It's clicking too much. Don't know how I did that.
Okay. This is your Google Sheets account. Update. What is your name? La 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 la. Okay. So now let me go in here and let's execute. So I'm gonna say execute. Awesome. Now it's coming up. Okay. So it has the data in there. Then we're gonna go to your Google Sheets. Okay. And then okay, what is your name? What is your email? What is your phone number? Okay, all of this is matching. We're gonna execute the step. Oh, boom. We need to fix this. So you have to we're gonna replace my data that was in there with exactly what yours say. Okay. So name, it should be what is your name? Okay. Email should be, you have to drag it over here. What is your email? And phone number should be what is your phone number? Boom. Now let's execute the steps. Okay, error from Google error. The caller does not have permission status dialed. Other info. Forbidden perhaps your credentials at Google Sheet module SDK. Okay. So what we need to do real quick is right now it's giving me an error based off your Google credentials. Okay. Because when we're running it, I want you to go in because I don't have access to your console. Okay.
Okay.
When you go back into your console, I want you to click on, go back into your console. And I want you to go over here to where it says data access. Okay.
Data access.
Yeah. And I just want to make sure every single scope is on there. So we're just going to say add.
Okay.
And then I want you to click where it says rows and just go to 100. And then I want you to select all the rows. Okay. Then I want you to press update. Okay.
And update. Come on.
Yeah. And it should have all these different, all this stuff right here. Okay.
Okay.
So then once it has all that little stuff over there, I want you to go. Oh, Lord, let me go back to your thing there. I want you to go to your I want you to say not create new addition. Yeah. So I want you to come out. I want you to go to where it says overview. We're gonna say that information right there. And where it says overview, I want you to come over here to where it says credential. Where it says credential right there, I want you to click on that. And then let's just create a new credential. Okay. Where it says your new credential, I want you to click over here and say create credential.
Okay. Wait. I see credentials. I see the one where I'm at now because I'm looking at two different. I'm going back between two different screens.
Cool. So I want you to select your Google one.
Okay.
Once you
It
do
says
the
account
one,
connected.
yeah. So I want you to reconnect, like just reconnect it.
Reconnect. Okay.
Let me know when you've reconnected it.
Okay.
Okay, you've reconnected it. So now I'm gonna come
Already
in
has
here.
some access.
Yeah.
Continue.
Okay. Make sure it has everything on that thing. It needs to be checked. Okay.
Okay. Says it's successful.
Okay, great. Sounds good. Okay, there you go. This is you. Cool. So now let's go into the Google Sheet. Let's try to execute the step. Repeating, perhaps the caller doesn't.
Oh, the little thingy's gone. Okay.
Yeah, but it's still saying you don't have the permissions. The hell? And stuff. I don't have. Oh, I wish you can share your screen with me.
Here, I'll just switch which computer I'm logging into. Give me a second.
Okay, cool. Okay. So sometimes what happened, guys, is as you see it on here, when you begin to do calls and things like that, we just have to make sure that everything is talking to each other. Because if certain things aren't talking to each other, then it's not going to work. But while we was putting together this stuff, was anybody able to go inside of Lovable and use the form that I gave you to do the website? If you were, please share it. Please share it in your chat, or if you're on YouTube, Facebook, any of those places. Just somewhere like that, okay? And so hold on. I'm gonna our YouTube people were on there, and I'm gonna stop sharing my screen real quick. And then for those who are on the Zoom, we're gonna continue to troubleshoot or anything that you need like that. So join us on Tuesdays. Y'all can always look at my link in bio. I always have my classes on Tuesdays where we're doing the latest and greatest in different technology AI thing to make running our businesses more effective, etc. So anytime you want to sign up, you can come over here and join us over here at the Creative Space Academy, CRM. All right. And yeah, get signed up over there. You can also visit us on hub.creativespaceacademy.com where we'll help you troubleshoot, do whatever. Okay. On the Zoom call, we get a little extra love over here is because guess what? When you're inside the Zoom, oh, hold on. Admit. Guess what? When you are inside the Zoom, you get all the help that you need, and we won't stop until you get it. Okay. So until next time, if you're on Zoom, please don't log off. But until next time, Facebook and TikTok and everywhere else where this is playing at, you don't forget to like, subscribe, give your girl a follow. And yeah, you can always reach me at theladyhell.com/link and buy